this is another analogy in terms of our physical enterprise. So our enterprise today consists of people and also processors, various technology that we have invested, and of course they got the knowledge. But unfortunately, the knowledge more towards a tribal knowledge. So tribal knowledge basically the knowledge that are kept or residing in a particular department, or perhaps in the particular people that work long enough, and typically they don't like to share. So if we have in this type of the situation, it's very challenging for us to drive the innovation or develop new capability. So what we need to do is that typically we need to extract what are so-called in terms of the motivation or the particular key stakeholders, in terms of the strategy that they are developing. So this is what we are constructing layer by layer in terms of the layer to develop a digital enterprise map for us in terms of accelerating the decision-making process. Then once we understand the motivation and strategy, and then we need to understand the impact directly towards the business. So we are talking about the processes, function, department, roles, and particular product or services. By the way, the building block here are illustrated in Archimate. So Archimate is one of the building blocks that we can use to model our enterprise. Then once we understand the business, then we look at the current application that are supporting the business. So here we look into is there any area that we need to upgrade our application, or we need to improve, or we need to modify or add functionality. Then after that, we look at the technology layer itself in terms of all the whatever we can use as sensors, the cloud, and all the virtualization, and as well as what sort of the machine learning that we can adopt. And from there, we also need to have a so-called information architecture to connect and also to bridge between what are various business team, what are the various application, various domain on the infrastructure that need to be orchestrated, so that the information and the data are relevant and useful to the business. Then on the bottom part is where we need to know the execution of the particular in-flight project or transformation project that are very critical to support the motivation and the strategy that has been set by key stakeholders. And so this is what I would call that necessity for any enterprise today if we want to do a transformation, because of the scale and the complexity. So if we cannot even model our world, it's very difficult even in the execution part, when we just hand over or trust a particular team, or maybe when you outsource, let them run the show. It is almost like impossible to be successful. Maybe you have to do multiple attempts. But with this type of the visibility that we have at hand, we should be able to control and minimize any risk that we may encounter.